But my good friends is all I need. Pass out at 3, wake up at 10, go out to eat, then do it again. Man, I love college. Hey!
Good afternoon. Oh, thank you for tuning in to YéegoNashdoi Radio. We are coming to you live from Grandma's Mutton Shack. Our first caller is from Chinley, Arizona, also known as Ben Lee.
Oh, yeah, shiaj. She Amber Scott in a share, Nashte, the net tapa hanishle, Sanjikina bushes cheat, a she and dash a che, Kiani dashanella, Chinley de Nasha, Nasted Zade Shanahe, University of Arizona de Enish Top, American Indian Studies, do elementary education by Enish Top, Shema A. Paulette Teller will ye, do Shajet A. Ronald Scott Sr. will ye, do Shanai A. Charlie Scott will ye, Shamasana do Shache A. Shirley do Paul Teller will ye, but Alta E. Dish Nissen.
She we're related. Do you know Eddie Scott? Oh, geese, don't answer that. We got our next caller with long hair, woman of the Navajo dots, coming all the way from Farmington, New Mexico. Nalade.
Oh, yat she Aliyah Johnson yinishye, a she hinishle, o zay touchini bushes chin, hash ad zohe dashiche, is it dashe dashanelle? Tchotat de nasha, tsebit ada shinache, University of Arizona de Enishtra, Shema A. La Princess Katie will ye, Shija A. Harry Johnson will ye. Pre-physiology by Enishtra.
Oh, okay, so these two young ladies, they go to the University of Arizona, all the way in Tucson. Okay, so let me ask you two young ladies a question. Why did you choose the University of Arizona, and who or what inspired you?
I chose the U of A because it's not too close to home, but at the same time, it's not too far. Plus, everyone in my family went to NAU or ASU, so I wanted to be different. The person who inspired me to attend the University of Arizona was my mom. Of course, everyone would choose their mom or one of their parents. I chose my mom because she was always there for my brother and I. Ever since my dad left, she had to make sacrifices to put food on the table, a roof over our heads, and clothes on our backs. I look up to her because she got her master's degree while raising 2 children. She is literally my hero, the person who supports me through everything, the reason why I am here today.
Yeah, hello, Aliyah here. The reason why I chose the University of Arizona is because I like the programs that they offered, and they had a really strong medical field, and that was something that I had wanted to pursue, that I still want to pursue. And my dad is a big fan of the U of A, and he would always cheer them on, and like it was his favorite team like since forever. And one of the people that inspires me is my dad, because he's like a really strong-willed person, and he works hard at like what he wants to get. I remember ever since I was little, like my big family is like, they're a big rodeo family, and like we still are, but I remember all the way from birth all the way up to like my 2nd grade year, we were always on the road, and my dad had wanted to pursue more than just being in rodeo, and so he wanted to become a CDL driver. And he inspires me a lot because he didn't finish high school, and he never even went to college, but yet he asked for help. He asked his family members who were CDL drivers how they became what they were. And when they had explained to him, he went to our public library. He checked out books. He read up on it. He took practice quizzes. He did everything he possibly could to prepare for his driving test and his other test to become a certified CDL driver. And it just amazes me about how hard he pushed himself. We were on the road, and he would study, and just how he really wanted that for himself, to have a good career that he loved to do. And that's something that I want for myself, is I want to have a good career, not just for the money, but just for something that I love to do. And And that's why he inspires me to do what I want to do. And with my major being physiology, and I want to be able to pursue that into the medical field and to be able to go to medical school. And once I do get to that level, if I do, I want to. Not many people believed in me, and I didn't really believe in myself yet. That's something that I learned in Native SOAR, is whether you don't believe yourself or you think you can't do something, you always add yet. So for me right now, I don't believe in myself yet, but I sure hope that I will get to that point to where I will finish my degree, I will get into medical school, and I'll go on to pursuing my career into neonatal and OBGYN, because I love helping toddlers and infants and I love being around them. And I think a big problem on the Navajo Nation is that there's a lot of teen pregnancy, but we just don't know how to address it. And not a lot of the young moms aren't able to, they don't get the proper education that they need to be to help their child, and they don't know about a lot of things that they could qualify for, or just basic stuff like that, on the reservation. And that's what I want to bring more awareness to.
Oh, yeah, thank you for sharing that, She-Judges. Thank you for showing so much leadership off of the Navajo Reservation and pursuing both of your dreams and goals. Another question for the both of you. Do you both have any advice for any Native American prospective college students?
Yes, I do have advice for future Native American college students, is that you're going to get homesick. Even though you want to leave the res, or you grew up on the res and you just want to leave, you're going to get homesick. You're going to miss everything about the reservation. Homesickness was a big problem for me. But the way I dealt with it was always calling my mom, my brother, my grandparents. Even if my grandparents spoke to me in Navajo, most of it I didn't understand, but I tried. It felt like home. It felt like I was at home, because it's really hard leaving the reservation after you lived on it your whole life, coming to a city where you didn't know anyone, or you didn't know the surroundings. Also, to hang pictures on your wall of friends and family back home, to hang even a Navajo Nation flag in your dorm room, to speak your native language in school with other Native Americans really helps, especially living in the living learning community of Othniel was really helpful. Also, going to NASA, everyone just helps you stay here, even when you miss home. Cooking, fry bread, or stew. That's probably why I chose to go into American Indian Studies and elementary education. I chose American Indian Studies because I'm not traditional, or I don't know that much about my culture, which is heartbreaking. But I am wanting to learn new stuff about cultures, even if it's not my own culture. Other Native American tribes are pretty interesting. Just learning about Native Americans in general is really interesting. I also chose elementary education because I did grow up in a school environment, because both my parents are teachers. But I love going to their schools, helping their students, decorating my mom's classroom, seeing her students' faces, just life-changing, I guess. To see them wanting to learn and that light bulb go off in their head, especially when I visit my mom at her school to bring her lunch. They would always say hi to me, and they just knew me, and it felt good, because they say they want to be like my brother and I. Just the way they talk to my mom about us is really heartwarming to hear. And that's why I want to become a teacher or a guidance counselor, just to help people younger than me.
So yeah, hello, Aliyah again. But I think one big thing that I would want to give prospective Native American college students advice on is basically like depression. It's something that I thought I would never go through, and like it's something that I made fun of a lot, but it's really not a funny topic, especially when you're going through it. And I've been like struggling for it for a while now, and the advice that I want to give is that there's so many people out there, especially on campus, who are willing to help you. That was one of my big problems, is I thought I was on my own, but the reality is there's people out there who will listen to you, especially for us Native Americans. There's NASA, there's Steve Martin, there's the GAs in his office who are willing to listen to you, and they'll listen to you. They'll give you advice if you want it. They'll even just sit there and listen if you don't want them to say anything. If you need someone to vent to, that's what they're there for. And they helped me get out of a really bad place that I was in, and they referred me to CAPS, which is a counseling service that's here on campus, and it's just something that I really needed. I really needed support, and I got it from them. And I even got it from my RA in my dorm. I got it from my family, and I even got it from my small group of friends who to me are my second family. When I was in that spot, they never judged me. They never made fun of me. They always checked to see if I was okay. They always tried to get me out of the dorm when I was in that place, and I'm just really thankful for those people. And that's the advice I want to give, is surround yourself with people who make you happy, who don't make you feel bad about yourself, and you'll be okay. But if you're not, like I said, there's people here who will support you and who will talk to you. They'll get you the help that you need to get out of whatever state you're in, however you're feeling, so you're not a harm to yourself, or you don't think anything negatively about yourself. And another thing with that is, be a self-advocate. You have to be the one who's willing to go out there, to reach out, to ask for help, to talk to somebody, to have someone to listen to you, so that way you won't be in that state anymore, because it really messes with your schoolwork. It messes with the things that you want to do. You just don't want to do anything anymore. And it's really not a good thing, especially when you're away from home and you don't want to do bad in your classes or anything like that. So that's one piece of advice that I'd really like for high school students to take to heart.
Yeah, thank you, ladies, for sharing your story. Is there any specific quote you want to leave with us before your time ends?
Yes, Shiaj, there is a quote I have. It is, "In teaching others, we teach ourselves." This quote gave me a wake-up call because it reminded me of what I have done to make myself comfortable away from home, and to do what I came almost 300 miles to do.
Hi, Aliyah here again. My quote is from Dr. Seuss, and the quote is, "Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you." And this quote means a lot to me because my parents were always the ones to tell me to be myself, to not change myself to what anyone says or what anyone does. And it doesn't matter who I'm around, whether it's my friends, whether it's on a date, or wherever I am. And it means a lot to me because growing up, I have been myself. I've been the person that I am. And I've met a lot of new people. I've made a lot of new friends. And I've gotten a lot of connections and opportunities by being the person that I am. And it's just something, especially in the Navajo culture, to be yourself, to not conform to what society does or to what other people do. It's just better to be yourself because that makes you unique as a different person. And I just wanted to thank everyone for listening, even though you probably had to my story and whatever I had to say. And it was a lot easier saying it on here because I wasn't looking at any of you. But thank you again for listening, and yeah,
guys, thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day.